Rosado and the Shadows of the Forest. Rosado was a very brave field mouse, or so he said. He liked to go out of his burrow at night and explore the forest, looking for adventure and fun. But what he liked best of all was to visit his grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest, in a little wooden house by a stream. One night, Rosado decided to go and see his grandmother, whom he hadn't seen for a long time. He put on his red hat, took a basket of cheese and bread, and left his den. The forest was dark and silent, only the rustling of leaves could be heard under his little paws. Rosado was very proud to be so fearless, and he said to himself, "There is nothing to frighten me, I am the bravest mouse in the world." But as he moved through the forest, he began to see strange shadows moving through the trees. Rosado got scared and hid behind a log. What could that be, he thought? Could it be a wolf, a fox, an owl? He plucked up his courage and peered out carefully. Then he saw that the shadow was actually a rabbit hopping back and forth. Rosado laughed at his own fear and continued on his way. Up ahead, Rosado again saw another shadow coming down the path. This time it was larger and longer, and seemed to have wings. Rosado hid again behind another log and trembled with fear. What could that be, he thought? Could it be a dragon, a bat, an eagle? He plucked up his courage and peered out carefully. Then he saw that the shadow was actually a butterfly fluttering through the air. Rosado laughed at his own fear and went on his way. So Rosado went on, seeing shadows that frightened him and turned out to be innocent and funny things. He saw a shadow that looked like a snake and that was a worm, a shadow that looked like a bear and that was a hedgehog, a shadow that looked like a ghost and that was a cloud. Rosado laughed more and more at his scares and had fun with his imagination. Finally, Rosado arrived at his grandmother's house. He knocked on the door and heard her sweet and familiar voice. "Who is it?" asked the grandmother. "It's me, Rosado, your grandson," answered the mouse. Come in, my dear Rosado," said the grandmother, opening the door. Rosado entered the house and hugged his grandmother. He gave her the basket with the cheese and bread, and told her about all the adventures he had had along the way. Grandma laughed at Rosado's stories and congratulated him on his bravery. Then she made him a nice dinner and put him to bed. Rosado fell asleep happy and peaceful, dreaming of the shadows of the forest. In the forest of dreams and secrets, where the moon shines and the shadows dance, a tale of love in the dark, where your voice whispers the truth. Love in the shadows of the forest, where our hearts are lost, under the stars that guide us, we are two souls in poetry.